Imagine jumping from being a loud YouTube pranking to staring at 24 long years in one of the roughest jails on earth. Sounds unreal, right? Well, that is the very real life of Vitaly today. I've watched YouTube for over 10 whole years, over and over. This same wild guy kept sliding onto my screen. His name is Vitalyzdtv. He made silly prank clips that pushed the line, shocked crowds, and pulled in mountains of cash. He was living large and lavish. But in the last few years, his wild tricks grew darker and messier, and now it looks like he finally went one step too far. So how did he land inside a hot, crowded jail in the Philippines, with guards watching his every move? Buckle up, because the path here is one long roller coaster. First, let's rewind for a bit. Vitaly got famous by dressing up as zombies, fake bombing pranks, and streaking on sports fields. Each time the cops grabbed him, his grin grew wider. It was almost like he loved the handcuffs, because the next day his channel numbers jumped. In 2014, he ran onto the World Cup field. 2 years later, he climbed the tall Hollywood sign. More cops, more mugshots, more fame. The pattern felt endless. Then came the punch that changed everything. In 2020, Vitaly, high on drugs, beat a woman who was only jogging in peace. That single act should have stopped his whole show forever. He vanished for a bit, but of course, the hunger for the camera dragged him back. When he popped back up, the vibe was real weird. He live streamed creepy pickup lines on random women. Folks online felt sick. When the numbers fell, he switched lanes and tried a fake hero act, claiming he'd haunt bad guys live on stream. For a short while, people clapped, but soon I saw posts saying most of those cases looked staged. Some clips even showed innocent folks being blamed. The shine wore off fast. Still, Vitaly wanted louder noise. So in early 2025, he bought a ticket to the Philippines. He named his new show Disturbing the Peace in the Philippines. From the start, I felt this was going south. He copied the worst parts of another troublemaker who had gone there earlier. I could see disaster coming, but I never thought it would be this big. In one clip, he told an old lady he would rob her if she kept walking. In another, he yanked a guard's hat and sped away on the guard's own motorbike. He even ran into the back room of a fast food shop and scared the workers who were making burgers. Every crazy step went live. His chat cheered. Money alerts kept dinging on screen, and with every single ding, the local anger grew. People in the Philippines love visitors who show respect. They don't like loud strangers who spit on their rules. I kept seeing angry posts pop up in my feed. Viewers wrote that he was shaming their country. Some begged the police to stop him. It was only a matter of time. That time came outside a hotel by the bay. Police cars rolled up. Officers walked straight to Vitaly and clicked the cuffs. The stream caught off. Minutes later, his mugshot hit the net. He was still smirking, like he thought he would hop on a plane home the next day. But nope, the story flipped real fast. Local officers said he's not flying anywhere. They hit him with 6 charges: unjust vexation, alarm and scandal, attempted theft, vandalism, burglary, and illegal filming. Each one can bring up to 5 whole years. Add them and you get this scary 24-year max. You'd think a man in that spot would lay low and show some shame. Not Vitaly. Video from his court walk showed him laughing, clapping, blowing kisses. That smile might have felt cool on his YouTube banner, but in a court hall packed with angry eyes, it looked real foolish. Soon, I saw a short clip on social media that shocked me even more. The top leader of the Philippines sat at a desk, watched Vitaly's pranks, and spoke straight into the camera. He warned any tourist who tried to mock his people that payback would be strict. When the head of a nation takes time to warn you, you know that he is real. Now let's talk about the place holding Vitaly, the Bureau of Immigration Jail in Muntinlupa. I checked many posts and talked with a friend who once worked near there. The picture is rough. rooms packed way past limit, little airflow, fans that barely spin, and fights that break out for the tiniest things like a spot near the wall. Folks stuck there for just a late Vita often wait 2 full years to see a judge. That is for small papers. Imagine what the wait looks like for a guy with 6 criminal counts. Vitaly's chance to pay his way out? Very slim. With the whole country watching, any shady deal would explode in a bigger mess. If he even whispered an offer, that could tag on new trouble. It feels clear to me that the government wants an example to show the world. Do not come here and act wild. So how long will he rot inside the prison cell? Real talk, he may spend the next 2 to 3 years just waiting for the trial. Court calendars move slow, and each delay means more hot nights on a hard floor. If the judges stack penalties, he could see the inside of that jail deep into the 2030s. If he somehow walks with time served, he'll still lose many key years of his life. All this pain just to chase online coins and a few laughs. This case made me pause. Some folks online still clap for him, saying the rules are too heavy. I saw posts claiming he only wanted to make people smile. But let's flip the view for a second. Picture the old woman he scared, the guard who saw his own hats fly away, the cook who froze when a stranger stormed the kitchen. These people reached home with shaking hands and loud thoughts that stole their sleep. A joke that fills one man's wallet, yet leaves 10 others scared is not a joke at all. It is harm dressed in bright colors, and no camera can hide that truth. Where's the line between a harmless prank and full-on abuse? When does just joking flip into real harm? To me, Vitaly flew past that lines ages ago. The net kept giving him second chances, but each time he upped the kills. Now the bill is due. I hope other creators see this and think twice for themselves. It's not brave or funny to scare strangers. It's not smart to trash a culture for tips. Fun can be loud without being cruel. Cameras can lift people up, not pull them down. Of course, the final word sits with the court. Maybe new facts will pop up. Maybe Vitaly will finally say sorry in a real way. I don't know. What I do know is that tonight he's in a small cell, far away from the bright lights of YouTube. No fancy editing, no hype music, no cheering chat, no lavish breakfast or lunch. Just a hard bunk, a wall fan that barely moves, and a very long clock ticking down the hours. As I think about his next steps, one picture stays in my head. It is Vitaly's grin in that first mugshot back when he faked a bomb years ago. Back then, the smile paid off. 3. That same smile feels frozen, useless, and just sad. Sometimes, life gives loud warnings before dropping the hammer. Vitaly had those warnings many times and then laughed them off. Now the hammer has landed. So will he change? Will he grow? Only time can answer. But one thing is sure, the prank game will never look the same after this. And if you think this story is wild, wait until you see the next one popping up on your screen. Click it now. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Peace out.